Hello everybody and welcome to the second game of our double header between the YJFL and the EFNL in the AFL Vic Metro Championships in round number 1 of these first 3 games in this Interleague Junior Carnival. So the EFNL get a free kick to start things off. Mark has been intercepted here. An opportunity for the YJFL to settle things down. That game started too quickly. Back to back. Hose had the kick, kicked it down the line. Can they make it a perfect 2 from 2 tonight? The YJFL. Not with kicks like that. Ball has been intercepted. Mark has been taken here. Here go the EFNL. Ryder Ham kicks the ball towards half forward. It was dropped by his teammate there that time, and Adams. But they go again here. Numbers back here for the YJFL. This is a Lockie Collard. Bond. Not James Bond. That's Ollie Bond with the footy. He kicked it to the outer side wing. Mark has been dropped there. Still stays in the field of play. So the Yarra Junior Footy League do nicely to avoid a little bit of pressure here. Tackle laid. No real opportunity there. Now they butter up and go again. A lot of football being played on that outer side today. Been a windy day today, blowing across the ground still. It's a mild night, not cold by any stretch of the imagination, but that wind is annoying when you are out there. Thank God we're not playing tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be awful, especially from the afternoon. So we've gone nearly a couple of minutes in this first quarter. As the ball's back into play, an even ruck contest there on the outer side. Easton try and come away with it. They flick the ball to their advantage. And now they go inside forward 50 now. Fisted away there that time from the would-be marker of Quinn. Now they're hard up against the boundary line. Crunching tackle laid. No free kick awarded. These two sides will just maybe take a little while to work each other out. Ball towards the top of the square here for Royston. Could have been a fly in from the side there from Adams. He couldn't take the mark. Crunching tackle. Probably saved a goal. Well done. That was Collard again that saved a goal. And he will win himself a free kick. So there should be a goal down here, the YJFL, but not off Collard's very desperate tackle. Oh, it's a bad kick. And it's been cut off by Ben Nichols. And he'll go back and have a look for the first goal of the game, potentially for Easton. Still in front of a good crowd here at Ford Park on a Wednesday night. Be a few sore lads going home tonight and dreading the wake up to go to school tomorrow. Wouldn't be anything worse after a game of footy tonight and probably having double maths or something in period 1 and 2 tomorrow morning. So the kick on the way from Nichols is absolutely perfect, and it's the first goal of the afternoon, or the evening I should say, for Easton. They go to 1 straight 6, and YJFL are yet to score. 3.5 minutes gone here in the first term. So the ball back in the middle. It's a great sight, as I was saying in the previous game. There'd be no better feeling as a young player representing not only your team but the league in Interleague Junior Football. Pardon me, and knowing you're playing under lights, it's great fun. Djordjevic got the handball away. And they go inside forward 50 again here, Easton. Went out in front of Salopek there that time. Couldn't control the football. Hard over near the boundary line. Salopek goes a second time. Kicks to the pocket. Comes off a set of hands right in front of the scoreboard. And escorting it over there that time is Ollie Bond. Boundary throw in. Ball back in. Shallow throw in probably helped the YJFL ruckman a little bit more, but they are absolutely up and about here, Easton. Another goal kicked. And that one is to the 49 of Jack Zammit. He kicks his first. And the EFNL go to a 2 straight 12 lead. Yarra Junior are yet to score. Nearly 5.5 minutes gone here in the first term. So ball back up, hit out of the ruck there by Teal. And it's a immediate ball up. Hit out of the ruck there by Alexander. Here's a chance here for YJFL. Head over the football there that time by Trondros. It's a good name to say. Ball to half forward. Easton should recover here. They get it to the edge of their half forward line. Good tackle there that time. Looked like Noonan who got a handball. And he gets a kick now, Noonan, but he coughs it up. Met as he kicked it there that time. Looked like Karachek. And now this is some good territory gained back here by YJFL. Can they try and lock it in here? They get it to about 35 metres out. Trying to get hands to it there that time. It looked like Sonny Noonan there that time. So there's a pair of Noonans out there. Ball down the outer side wing once again. They've loved that wing tonight. And back with a fire to the ball and taking a good mark. Looked like Ashton Sellers. So they're looking around here, YJFL, go down the line. It's a good mark back with the fly to the footy. So they're controlling it for the time being. This is the next important kick. They need to find a target here. And they don't. Intercept marks was the key of the first game. We saw plenty of them. That's a good early sign there for Easton. An intercept mark. Long ball down the line. Comes off hands down to ground level. No one able to control the football as of yet. Still very scrappy. Umpire hovering them around, I should say, and letting them play. Eventually blows the whistle. There's a chance there for Condello, among others, for Yarra Junior to control the football. And now Easton run away with it off the stoppage and get it to half forward. It's going to bounce on the half volley. Oh, well done. Good attack on the football. They get it out of there for the time being. At half back. Long ball down the line. No one able to mark. Comes out the front. Cheeky little handball inboard. It was cut off there, though, by Easton. Plenty of numbers around the football here. Condello gave a quick handball off. It only went as far as Alexandra Tondros, and he had the football stolen away from him. Easton ran away with it again. And it goes over and out of bounds. So 12 plays, nothing. Approaching the mid-stages of this first quarter. Free kick on the throw-in, going the way of the YJFL. And they go towards half forward. This is where they've been falling over a little bit and giving up possession of the football. Sort of the same situation there, but they've done all right to hold up Easton for the time being. And it's a ball up again. Honestly, it's just about near on a perfect night for football ground. As you could probably tell, just watching the footage, it's rock hard. It always is rock hard here at Ford Park. Easton come away with it again. Ball goes to half forward, or the half back flank, I should say, now on the defensive side of the wing. They try and bring it back inboard. Good late fist there for Yarra Juniors number 9, who's not on my team list, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a doozy there for me. So that's a guess to who that is, but this is the 34 of Josh D. Stephanis. Collard kicks it over the head of Darcy Noonan, but Noonan runs onto it, kicks towards goal. Oh, would have been very exciting. Oh, he sets it up. Forget what I was going to say. He's found a teammate. And he's hard up against the boundary line here. His number is just obscured here. I think it's Lockie Alexander, the number 2. He comes in. And he pops through the first for the YJFL. 1 straight 6 they go to Easton's 2 straight 12. Mid-stages first quarter here. And he's going straight off the ground for a break, and it's in fact Sonny Johnson who kicked the goal. I was right about the first part of the number. Just missed the 8 originally. So that was a very much needed steadying goal. As we are back in the middle for the restart. Darcy Noonan to half forward. No one able to take the mark. Runners everywhere trying to grab the football. Squirts itself out the back. Opportunity here at half forward for Easton if they can get some numbers out the back of it. It's a 2-on-1 that does favour them. YJFL get the numbers back and get out somewhat okay for the time being, but goes over and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So we've got 9 minutes to go in this first turn. Throw back into play. Kravich out of the ruck. Just had to double back there. That time was Harry Hose, who did handball but sort of spiked back like a volleyball bit of play. And it's a throw in on that outer side. Boundary umpire not mucking around. Hose in the ruck. Couldn't win out the contest. Easton go forward off the 3-on-1 that impeded them in that contest there. Once again it goes over and out, so it's just back and forward scrap at the moment. Right in front of that scoreboard, very bright scoreboard. Hose out of the ruck, got it clear. Played the man in front there, so doing well. Easton with a cheeky handball over the top. And once again, taken over that boundary line again. Meterage coming at an absolute premium at the moment for both sides. Easton not getting it easy. YJFL not getting it easy themselves at the moment to try and get it out of there. There's a high ball. Good attack there on the football, not being able to be marked. And boundary umpire earning his keep tonight. He'll have to throw it in again. Ball back into play. Plenty of numbers around the fall of the ball here, and another ball up the end result. So it's just back and forward at the moment. It's a real hard scrap at it. As I said earlier, both sides will still be trying to work each other out. Another stoppage once again. I'll say it for the first time tonight. The umpire will get sick of balling it up here. He'll probably find a free kick, or a free kick will be given away sooner or later. Boundary line wins over again though. Another throw-in. Opportunity for Easton. Kick was smothered. It ricochets out the back of the contest. Good struggle tackle there by Josh Stefanis. And he's given away a free kick here, the YJFL. So Easton have a look here. Where's the honoured lead going to come from? It's going to come from the right forward pocket, and a strong mark taken. Just a little bit too easy. And the mark has been taken here. Just wait for him to turn around. His number's obstructed. Still is marginally. Number 50. Heath Teal. We'll go back and have a shot. More or less directly in front. Right footer. And he's made absolutely no mistake of that. He's popped it through for his first. Easton go to 3 straight 18. Yarra Junior 1 straight 6 here in the first quarter. So the old saying is, good kicking is good footy. It's exactly what both sides are doing. No blemishes yet, but Easton with 3 straight. You can't deny their luck there at the moment. Hit out of the ruck there that time by Nichols. Playing in the ruck there for Easton. They try and scrap the ball forward. It was an opportunity there as well for Hose once again to get a touch on it. Easton have won themselves a free. Chipping ball to the edge of 50 is good. Immediate handball off was classy. Oh, and I jinx them soon enough. Across the face kick there by Louis Salopek. He kicks her behind. So 3-1 plays 1 straight with 4.5 to go here in this first quarter. Ball dribbling down to half forward. No one able to control the football here. Nearly taking a possession there was a YJFL play, but they've coughed it up. So here's another go for Easton, but they're wheeling around and trying to do the fancy stuff. Now they get a snap-on goal, and now they finish off, and they've got 4. Ben Nichols has kicked his second. And the Eastern go to 4-1-25. The YJFL are 1 straight 6. We've got a tick under 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Here at Ford Park, it's AFL Vic Metro Junior Development Series here. And for those of you who don't know how it works, there's been games played all over the shop tonight. Here at Ford Park, for example, there's been Warrandyte being used, Tormore Reserve in the EFNL, playing down in the Riddle District up in the Macedon Ranges area, South Metro Juniors, Western Region, Essendon District. It's everywhere. It's the biggest Vic Metro Junior Series ever, apparently. And it's good to see growing numbers every year. Here's another opportunity for Easton. Oh, it's a procession of goals. Murphy Quinn kicks his first. And it is just popping off here for them. Easton Football Netball League 5-1-31. YJFL 1 straight 6. A tick under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And it has been a very quick start. Ball back in the middle. They need to stem the flow. Here do the YJFL, but another centre clearance. Looks like it's going to go the way of Easton. A hand to it there by Salopek. Couldn't control it. Now they tumble the ball inside forward 50. YJFL have numbers down there, but it's a ball up on the 50-metre line. Even ruck contest there that time. And once again, the umpire calls for it. So we've ticked into the last 2 minutes of play. Don't want to give up a red time goal here to the YJFL. It's already out to 25 points, which is a dangerous enough little lead already. Ball over the top. They might give one up here because they got a little bit of open space here. Do the Eastern Footy League. Goes to the goal square. It's another one. Wowee. They're getting goals out of nothing, you could say. And it's the 6th for Easton. They got a 6-1-37 to 1 straight 6. It's a hard slog at the moment for the YJFL, and if he could turn around, that'd be great so I can get his number and put him into the goal books. And he's a young lad wearing a helmet, so that distinguishes him a little bit better to the rest. But it's 37 playing 6. Ball back in the middle. Hit out of the ruck there that time by Adams. Ball comes clear for the time being. That kick there was Zamet's second. In the time being, there's an opportunity here for the YJFL to jag one back right on the death. And boy, do they need it. So to kick on the siren or after. And it's been popped straight through the middle by Eli Kravich. And that'll be the last kick of the quarter. It'll be 2 straight 12 to 6-1-37. And a cracking quarter from the Eastern Football League sees them take superiority early here at Ford Park on Wednesday night football. It's 6-1, playing 2 straight here at quarter time. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for the second quarter of play here in the AFL Vic Metro Junior Development Series. Welcome back everyone here to Ford Park here for the second quarter of play in the AFL Vic Metro Junior Interleague Development Series. And as the Eastern with a commanding start, they're out by 25 points early off the back of double goal kickers to Nichols and Zammit who've kicked 2 and Thiel and Quinn who've kicked 1. While for the YJFL, Sonny Johnson and Eli Kravich have kicked the goals for them. The umpire holds the ball aloft to start the second term. And we are away here at Ford Park for the second term, and a centre clearance that is blistering already for Eastern. They might even have a very, very early set shot on goal. Why wouldn't you, when you've started this well? So it'll be an opportunity for Eastern to add on to their 6 first quarter goals in an absolute blitz. So every second of the 30 has been used. The kicker's on the way, won't quite get there. Gets to the top of the goal square, nearly a two-handed juggling mark. Nearly a chance for holding the man, but the tackle was legal. Oh, well done there, trying to barrel his way through, but Egan laid a strong tackle. You can certainly see that the level has just gone up a little bit here. Ball to the broadcast side, which is appreciated. Haven't seen much over here. Cruz sends one low and hard, and the mark has been taken by McCullough, who kicks towards the forward 50. And the mark again taken this time by Nichols, who handballs off. That's a flowing mullet on Srook, and he's been gone for holding the ball. It's a free kick to the YJFL. Kicked across the ground there by Josh DeStefanis. No one able to take the mark, and Eastern come away with it, and it's gone straight into the waiting path of the 51 there in Harper McCullough, who's kicked it behind. And it's 6-2, 38 Eastern, and YJFL a 2 straight 12, 26-point lead, early stages here in the second term. And as I say that, the kick out wide, it's been a problem. Intercept marking tonight for really both teams, even in that game prior, and Eastern are doing it well so far in this game. High ball back towards the middle of the ground. You have to be brave to fly up with the fall of the ball. Kick to half forward. Salopek. Over the top is that time. Mystery number, oh no, it was Collard, sorry, over the top with it. Now Eastern run away with it. Well done, now they could be away. Well done there by Condello, who shrugged a tackle and was still able to get a handball off. Long ball down the line has been marked there by Burnett. Flashy pink boots, goes back to the middle of the ground. Nicely done. Marked by Ted Fraser. He's number 1. He kicks to his number 2, and Alexander. Alexander down the line. Ooh, it's a mark and/or front on contact. It's a mark to Lawford. Lawford sends one high inside forward 50, but it's an intercept mark again. That one's taken by Corey Almu. And they switch the play up. Look at the room they've got out here on this Oriole Road side of the ground. Ball goes out in front of Rawchik. And it should go over and out of bounds, and it absolutely does for a boundary throw-in. So, ball back in front of the YJFL bench. That throw-in favours the EFNL ruckman. Now they come away with it, do the YJFL. They get it to half forward. They'd love to get a goal back here. Look, they've been good enough to deserve a goal. What's happened here is it gone over and out, and I think it has. Boundary throw-in. It's already gone through the first big enough portion of this quarter. Over 4 gone here in the second term. Can't believe to imagine how good it is to see local footy under lights here. Ball back in, very shallow one as well. Comes off a couple of sets of hands. Ball high inside forward 50, hands to it there that time by Cruz, not able to take the mark. Chance for YJFL to try and clear the football for the time being. Now Easton come away with it all momentarily, but they just fumble, and it opens up an opportunity for YJFL. Nicely done, but they can't find a target still, but they're cracking in here. That's a good tackle there that time, but unrewarded there from Burnett. And that one goes right across the face. Wouldn't want to live too close to some of these light towers, that's for sure. Be those big lights burning through your windows tonight. So good positioning here for the YJFL. Left forward pocket. Ball back into play and a immediate stoppage. 5.5 gone, second term. Easton still controlling things by 26 points. See another stoppage again. So the ball comes away from the contest here. Chance for Easton. A good don't argue there. Bounce taken just in time. Oh, good persistent run down nearly, and a tackle nearly laid there by Egan. So they go backwards to go forwards here. The Easton side, but it's been turned over, and Egan goes inside forward 50, and he unfortunately turns it over. So a good bit of play there comes undone, unfortunately, from a YJFL perspective, but they give themselves another opportunity, and finally they get a reward for effort deep in the pocket. And we're going to see a set shot on goal here, which just has to go through, and it is Kravic once again. He's already kicked one tonight. Kravic with a little banana. Kicks a behind. So 2-1-13 the YJFL. And Easton 6-2-38. Quinn. And the mark there has been taken very nicely there. It looked like by Mastromano. The short pass was on to Brown, but he was ignored. So here's a high one down the line. A few players just nudge each other underneath. No one able to take the mark. Quickie little handball over the top to Brown was found, and beautifully done there. That was on Salopek, but he was able to somehow dispose of the football. Umpire circling around, and he calls for a ball up. So pretty even ruck contest there. Nicely done by Zamet. Got the handball free. Came off the side of the boot there of Flower as well. Ball to half forward here for the EFNL. Over the top of it there that time was Collard. Kick high and wide, and across the face goes out of bounds. Throw in the left forward pocket for the Eastern Footy League here. Ball back into play. Even ruck contest. Then a quick kick on the boot. Through for a behind. (6-3) 39 Easton. YJFL 2-1-13. High wide kick out of defence has come unstuck, and it's another intercept mark, although that is a great smother off the boot, and it opens up an opportunity, although there are just Eastern numbers back there pressed with the footy. Kick to the opposite flank. No one was able to take the mark. Now the YJFL can come away with it. They go for a gallop. This is promising stuff. They'll go towards their forward 50, but who's back there? No one, and unfortunately they're taking the mark. Here's Rawchick all by himself. It's a 25-metre penalty. Kick just hung a little bit. This is Ryder Brown. Oh, dearie me, that's come off the side of the boot. Nearly coughed it up, but Zamet comes running through. Really nicely done by the young lad with the helmet. Handballs back to Brown. Brown back to Zamet. Zamet over the top. This is good link-up play. This was Quinn. Gave it back to Zamet. I think Zamet was wrong-footed there, but it might work out okay. Sandwiched in between a couple of YJFL there. Defenders would have been one of his EFNL teammates. And now the YJFL side can try and raffle it off and get themselves out of trouble, although that kick across the goal is a little bit advantageous, and they've won themselves a stoppage out of this, out of bounds. The EFNL in a very, very good position for them, and they'll try and get it through for a goal here from this position on the ground. So ball back in. The ruckman won it from the YJFL, and it was a quick kick out of the back of the pack there. Through for a behind, 6-4-40 plays, 2-1-13, 27-point lead to the Eastern Footy League. Ooh, the short pass was on. Just held on to it there for long enough was D. Stephanus. He was able to get a handball away. Well, this is him now, I should say. They go across goal again, so they had the switch to the broadcast side on, but decided to go down to their interchange bench side. That's probably a smart thing. You can switch some players out over there and do some interchange rotations there. Ball to half forward. This might in turn work, but you've got to take a bounce, and yep, I was just about to say that's too far, and the umpire's done that work for me and blown the whistle and said, yep, you run your measure. So down the line go Easton again. Another strong mark taken. Playing the good footy at the moment. They are. Ball inside forward 50 now. This is their next important kick. Kick towards the top of the square, and that is a delightful mark. Back with the flight of the ball. And the mark has been taken here. Just lost him on the binoculars there for half a second. It's Zamet again. So he's already kicked two by my calculations, Zamet. And he's missed that one. 6-5-41 Eastern. Yarra Junior 2-1-13 with 7 and a bit minutes left here in the second quarter. The long ball out of full back it goes. Off hands. Demetriou sends a ball forward, and now it's a foot race. Bounced at a pretty harsh angle, but it opened up an opportunity there for Mark Macris, but he couldn't quite get it. Now it goes out in front of Srook, who kicks nicely. Goes in the general direction there of Teal, but he slaps the ball away. And it's a boundary throw-in. Ball back into play. Shallow one it was as well. Didn't really give much of an opportunity for Adams to hit it out of the ruck. Ball in a good spot here for the Yarra Junior side. Ball now tumbling towards the boundary line. In pursuit there was Burglar, but couldn't get there before it runs out of tarmac. So ball back into play. Pretty well red off the pack, but not able to get a kick away. And now Easton can come away with it again. That was a good tackle. Well done by Srook. Got a handball to space. Cut off there that time through the open pack by Kobe McDonald, who kicks it across the face of goal. It's now tumbling on towards. And I'll give that one off his boot for a behind. 2-2-14 the YJFL. Easton a 6-5-41, and that kick is very, very, very advantageous. And it's gone out of bounds on the full. Now here's a good chance for YJFL to get one back, but unfortunately been marked right in the edge of defence. And now they chip it around to Macris. Kicks down the line, ball fist away, umpire says play on. They must have thought there might have been a chop in the arms free kick, they didn't see it that way. YJFL have it back now, go towards forward 50, here's an opportunity, kick towards goal, is smashing into the post and giving it a frightful shake in fear of its life there. 2-3-15 plays 6-5-41 now. It's a pretty good effort, good kick on goal. Just thudded into the post there off the boot of Alexandra Chondros, looks like. Ball out of full back. Front position too good there that time. There's Adams. Adams now down the line, flying but not marking was Thiel, but he gets it at the fall of the ball. Handball into the direction there of Shrook was pretty good. He handballed to space. It's another boundary throw. It just feels like the wind's picked up a little bit. Certainly feel it blowing through the box here. And the trees are just shaking a little bit more. Ball back in. Adams got it down in the ruck. And his teammate was beset upon straight away there in Harper McCullough. It's a ball up. So the YJFL off the ruck contest. Bullock goes forward. The mark has been taken there by Kravik, who plays on. Went inboard there that time and he found his teammate there in Lawford. Now they go inside forward 50 to the pocket. It's tumbling its way over and out of bounds, unfortunately, for a throw-in. But, as I've already said, it stays in a good spot here for the YJFL. Just got to capitalise here, and if they can jag a goal back here and get it to 20 points, they'd be pretty happy with that. In it goes now, hit out of the ruck there by Bond. Snapping ball around the body off the boot of Bullock, who's a behind. 2-4-16 the YJFL to 6-5-41 Eastern. It's 4 behinds apiece this quarter. High ball long down the line. A few players held position there in the ruck there that time, or I should say in the pack there that time, and it goes over and out of bounds again for a throw-in. 2.5 to go, second quarter. Interesting second half lies ahead of us here at Ford Park. I hear a whistle. Free kick to Yarra Junior here. Infringement there in the contest. And the next kick is where they sort of fall over here. Low ball inside forward 50. Became a contest. Hands to it there by Kravik once again. Easton do nicely. Low ball out of defence there that time. Kilpatrick found a little bit of trouble, but they get it out of there in the time being. 1-on-1 down the ground. Little bit of strength there being shown by Thiel. Gets it down. Oh, that's a good tackle. That's on the ball. Oh, umpire didn't see it that way. Okay. So play on. Thiel over the top. Should get it back. Oh, had the handball on the ground there. Cleverly done. Gave an opportunity to Quinn. Gets it back. Sends a low ball inboard. Awkward bounce. Well picked up there by Cusson. Kicks it to half forward. No one there to mark. Well done there by Flanagan. Absorbed the tackle and still handballed. Ball inside forward 50, 2-on-1. Who's there at the fall of the ball? Darcy Noonan's out the back. He's lurking. Still plays here for YJFL if they can get the ball clear and find a target here. They'd love a red time goal here. It's right in front of that scoreboard. That reads a little bit under 70 seconds to go. Oh, but Easton get it out of there once again. But numbers are back behind the ball. Alexander takes the mark. Now he's got to look. Find a target. He'll go inside forward 50 with a low ball. Not his best one. Out in front of the scoreboard it goes. And the boundary line wins over. Once again, it'll be a throw-in. .45 seconds to go here in the second term. Little high up and under ball. Won't be 15, so umpire will say that's play on. And it's held in for another ball up. So it looks likely at the moment that the Eastern side are going to go in with a 4 and a bit goal lead, although as soon as I say that, off the back of the pack comes a quick kick and a goal. And that is much needed. Awfully, awfully handy. And the YJFL get one back against the grain, and that one was kicked by Ollie Bond, who was snuck down forward, and it's 3-4-22 to 6-5-41 as the siren is about to sound here. So they win that quarter to the YJFL. They had 1-4 to 4 behinds, but they are still trailing to the tune of 19 points. It's half-time here at Ford Park in the AFL Vic Metro Junior Interleague Championship Round 1. It's the EFNL leading things by 19 points. We'll be back in around 10 minutes with the second half of play. As I outlined, it's the EFNL leading by 19 points. Welcome back everyone here to Ford Park. The second half about to get underway here between the YJFL and the Livingston Football Netball League. We'll just wait for the Eastern crew to get over to their bench. They're just making their way over there now. 19-point lead to the YJFL as we turn into the second half, as the wind's just picked up a little bit. It's not cold, which is something I'm very grateful for. It's quite mild by late autumn's conversations as we turn into winter on Saturday. We are underway here. What's going to happen in this half? Oh, what's happened here? Infringement, 6-6-6. A free kick to Easton to get things underway, and that is a long thumping ball inside forward 50. Probably a mark that should have been taken, which results in a snapping ball around the body there, going across the face from Louis Salopek for a behind. And it's 6-6-42 Eastern, YJFL 3-4-22. That's 20 points once again. Game high was 26 as the ball goes over and out once again. So a tick under 40 minutes left in tonight's doubleheader. It's been a great little evening out here at Ford Park, always is. And with the lights on, it's even better. Ball back into play. No one able to control the football out of that pack, and now they get it to about the middle of the ground here, although that handball over the top, very advantageous. Opens up an opportunity here for Easton, but good attack off the back of the pack there, just getting a handball free, but turns it over, and the ball was taken by Prest, and the ball has been marked inside forward 50. Here's the young lad again with the helmet. This is Zamet. Just about brought his own footy down with him tonight. Not big in stature, but certainly knows his way around the contest, Zamet. Right foot, kick is on the way. It's faded left in the wind. That is the scoring end of the ground. He's kicked 2-2 tonight, Zamet. Easton have kicked 6-7 now. They go to 43, and the YJFL are 3-4-22. Nearing 2 minutes gone here in the third term. As the ball goes out of full back out to the broadcast side, the interchange bench side I should say. And it goes over and out before Bullock could get hands to the footy. No mucking around by the boundary umpire. He sends it straight back in. And the umpire says that they won't get that out anytime soon. And it's another ball up and we go again. So a little bit of open space here needed from a YJFL perspective. And now they've got it. They go through the middle of the ground. Can they get a mark? A couple of EFNL players there hold their front position. Umpire once again calls for a ball up. Even ruck contest there that time. And now it's up for YJFL to try and get the footy back, but Easton have it for the time being. It'll be locked up, and it's going to be on the outer side again. Would kill to see a bit of action over here. Haven't seen much footy over here tonight. Bobbling around here. No one able to gain real possession of it. It's congested here in the middle of the ground. Now Yarra Junior bring it away. High ball. Underneath it there, that time was Josh DeStefanis. Got hands to it, got a disposal as well. And he's turned it over. Now they go out wide, and they can control the football here, Easton, and take a little bit of clock off. Ball to the middle, nearly a very handy mark there to Quinn, I think it was. Couldn't hold on to it. Trying to run his way through there. Noonan got a handball. Cheeky Shepherd provided there by Condello. Ball goes inside forward 50 there. And that is a great mark taken. And it has been taken by Jack Calthorpe. And this one would be very good to get. That is the non-scoring end of the ground today We saw in the previous game, I think it was 12 goals kicked to that right end of screen. I think there was only 2 or 3 kicked to this left of your screen. So you can ultimately say this is against the grain for Cal Thorpe to have a shot. His kick is on the way and he's hung that one out and it's gone out of bounds on the full. That's probably on its way down to the mall shopping centre just up the road there. Went that far out to the right. So chance gone begging there for the YJFL, but they probably now know that if they get another opportunity down there to have a shot on goal, it's the left goal post you've got to direct it at and hope for the wind to take it that way. So holding the ball is the call off the tackle, so well done by the Yarra Junior side here. It's an opportunity for them to lock it in. Ooh, a bit of candy sold and then sort of sold himself up the river. Now they go towards the top of the square. Just numbers down there for Easton. The tall timber as well. High ball, that's dangerous. Getting underneath it there was McGowan there for Easton. Nice little pass there by Noonan. Cheeky little snap around the body by Condello. Works. Good kick by him. Found a teammate. And have a second opportunity on goal here to peg it back. It's a must-kick goal. They've locked it into their forward line for the last couple of minutes. Kick is on the way. Gave it a good ride. Gets to the top of the square. So unfortunately didn't get it all. Easton keep it alive. Numbers back here for the YJFL, but the Sharon has its own ideas and bounces at left and right and left angles, and it opens up a perfect opportunity. Little Thorpe had a fumble. Oh, sorry, that's not Thorpe. That's Thiel. Had a fumble. Had to go a second time. Noonan was trying to stop him. They try and square the ball up. Nicely done by the YJFL. Noonan got a little one. Snapping ball towards goal by Lawford. They got that numbers back in defence once again, the EFNL. Ball out of the side of the boat. That is an unbelievably well taken mark by Shrook. He kicks it back towards the middle of the ground. It's a half volley in front of Salopek. Now they scrap in on top of it. Should be a ball up, although umpire's letting them play. Comes off the side of the contest here. Well done, YJFL. They're not dying trying here. Flanagan has it now. On the left, kicks it to the half-forward flank. Doesn't get to his teammate on the full. It's an awful half-volley bounce for Egan. Egan goes back a second time to try and control the football. Shepherd comes from Kravich. And that one eventually goes through for a behind. So plenty happening there. 3-5-23 are the YJFL. And the Eastern 6-7-43. Approaching 8 minutes gone here in the third quarter. And they're just allowed to take a couple of bounces out of full back here. A few players fly. That's an intelligent fist forward. You can feel the Sharon just quivering in pain there after Georgievich just absolutely fisted that footy in the inch of its life. And they get a stoppage on the edge of the centre square. Hand to it there that time by McCullough. They pile in on top and McCullough gets a high ball towards half forward. Comes off hands. First one to turn around to what is Trondros with McGowan. McGowan with a little handball. Trondros. And now that's an inside-out ball. That'll come straight back. Sitting underneath it there and taking a mark is Davies. Davies has a look now. Goes on the right. Kicks it towards the top of the square. Flyers come in from the side everywhere. No one able to mark it. Fraser near the fall of the ball here for the YJFL. Chipping little ball. Need to mark it here. Dangerous. Oh, that's a free kick. Yep, held without it. The idea was right if Nichols took possession of the football, but he never really took possession of the football in the first place, and Nichols is going to go back and have a look for his third of the game, and this could be a real sign of a night out for him. It's just an unfortunate bit of play there that his opponent didn't really know that he never took possession, and he gave away a free kick. So Nichols has kicked 2 straight tonight, pretty much right behind this kick. He's a right footer. And it's a lovely kick. He's popped it straight through. Easton have 7 and they go to 7-7-49, and the YJFL, they are 3-6-24. We're approaching the halfway mark of the third term here. Apologies, 3-5-23 plays. 7-7-49. 26-point lead. That is a 6-6-6 warning. Given out by the umpire in the middle of the ground there. So we start again. Immediate inside forward 50 for Easton. But the numbers arrive back in kind there to help one another out for the YJFL. That's a big kick on towards goal. Wasn't the worst effort there from Corey Moo. And it's a behind. And there's the half ton for the Eastern Football League. We go to 7-8-50. And the YJFL are 3-5-23. And it's a methodical approach out of this back line. They try and work it up the outer side wing. Big pack conformed there. No one able to bring it down. So umpire says play on. And now he'll say hold the ball for that one. And it's a free kick for Easton as they go inside forward 50. Who's there to mark? Oh, unopposed really in the end. I think it might be Nichols again. Yeah, it is. Did all the heavy lifting there. And he'll go back and have a shot for goal number 4. I said it a minute or two ago. When he was having his shot for his third, it could be a sign of a real night out. And if he kicks 4 here, well, it will be most definitely a night out. 4 goals at any junior footy, that's pretty much a bag of 7 or 8 if you ask me at senior level. Kicker's on the way from Nichols. It's across the face. Players fly. Off hands off that kick. That's 7-9-51 playing 3-5-23 with just a tick under 8 minutes to go here in the third. YJFL out of defence. Alexander tried to hold his position there, but it was a good intercepting mark there, taken by the 31 in Salopek. He goes back inside forward 50. No one able to control the football now. It's a tumbler out wide. Opportunity for Di Stefanis if he was able to run in from the side, but he couldn't. Now the pack forms on top of this one. And it's another ball up in a precarious position for the YJFL. Even ruck contest, but a snapping ball around the body is there. What a kick. Just read it off the pack and snapped beautifully there. Did number 5 and Ethan Woodcock, and he gets himself involved. 8-9-57 now. Plays 3-5-23. Game high 34-point lead with 6.5 minutes to go in the third. We start again. Fairly even ruck contest once again, but goes to half forward for Easton. Spinning his way around a trouble there. That time was Burnett. Now they launch one towards goal. It's another one. Wowee. 2 in a minute for the Eastern Footy League. And all of a sudden, it has blown out here. And the goal kicker was Baxter Shrook. Does deserve that. He's been all over the ground tonight, the big man. That flowing mullet as well. Gee whiz. Don't see too many of those. Especially at, 15? Must be a thing for the ladies at high school. Ball back in the middle. Easton clear again. Go inside forward 50. Here he is again. Shrook. Have a shot. He's going to have it. Oh, he has had a go. He's just missed that one across to the left. Or to the right, I should say. 1-1 for him now. Rotated down forward. 8:10:58. 9:10:64, sorry. The scoreboard is correct. Should have never doubted the timekeeper in here. Just had to make sure I was right. So 64 plays 23. It's a 41-point lead now. Ball to the goal square. That was controlled before it went over the line. McGowan takes the mark. He gives it back off. Kick to the broadcast side will be coming back. Mark taken by Prest. For Zammit. Zammit goes long inside forward 50. Off hands to ground level. Opportunity at the back. Salopek was there. Numbers arrive. Really well done by Fairchild. Got it out of trouble and kicks it to the scoreboard side, which has 4 minutes to go here in the third. So down the line that one goes. The umpire paid there. He's paid a mark. And they thump the ball back towards their forward 50 now. It's a really nicely controlled mark there. Had to take 2 grabs of it, or 2 bites of the cherry. And they're going to back themselves in here and have another shot on goal. They've kicked 3 this quarter. Eastern Footy League. And this could be 4, but distance could be a problem, and that wind could be an issue. Kick is on the way. Distance wasn't an issue, but the directioning was the issue. And the kick came off the boot there of Quinn, and that's a behind. So that's 1-1 to him. 6 goal kickers tonight for Eastern. 9-11-65. Plays 3-5-23. How do they come? Out of their defence. And Salopek holds his positioning. Last time I heard the name Salopek at any level of football was when Stephen Salopek played at Port Adelaide in the mid-2000s. Good to hear that name again. Just a nice name to say, really. McGowan had it, lost it, gave it away. Now Yarra Jr. down the line, but just that retro Hawks jumper of sorts there to rebound, and Kilpatrick takes the mark and sends it back inboard. There's a pretty strong tackle there laid by Calthorpe. Just couldn't hold on to his opponent, and they were still able to get rid of it. Shrook handballed immediately after he marked, and there they go towards the top of the square. Here's Zammit, or not Zammit, sorry. It's a snapping ball from the 31 in Salopek. Something about that name, he kicks his first. (10-11-71) the EFNL go to now, and the YJFL are 3-5-23, and we've got a minute and a bit to go in this third term. They have kicked 4-6 this quarter, so they've left a few out there, but that's probably just a result of the gale that is blowing out there, especially to that end of the ground. But it's been 10 scoring shots to the 1 this quarter, which is usually a detriment to how that one side is going out there. But here's a chance for the YJFL. Calthorpe goes towards half forward, but his kick's been cut off and marked duly there. And they can try and run the last minute or so off the clock here, although there's an intercept mark. So half forward they go. Demetriou. He wanted Di Stephanus in the middle of the ground. Didn't get him, but they're linking up all right. Noonan goes wider. Mark was taken. Now they go to 50. You can absolutely not see a thing on that opposite side flank. It just blends in with the darkness over there. And now the Eastern run down the outer side wing. If they're good enough, they can have another opportunity for a score. They bring it back to the corridor. Zamet stands underneath it and takes another mark. Thumps the ball long inside forward 50, off hands. Still an opportunity here. Salopek spinning, kicking, and goaling? Goaling, yes. Well, that's really nicely done by Louis Salopek, and that'll be the last kick of the quarter, and he's kicked the last two for the Eastern Football League. And right on the stroke of three-quarter time, they go to 11-11-77. And the YJFL on 3-5-23. It was 5 goals, 6 that quarter to 1 behind. And the lads from the East have blown this one open. They lead by 54 points at the final change. We turn for home. They'll be happy with that quarter, the boys from the East. We'll take a quick minute or two break here, and we'll come back for the final quarter of play. It's the Eastern Football League leading by 54 points. Welcome back everyone to Ford Park. We're turning for home here in the Under-15 Boys Division 1 Interleague contest between the YJFL and the EFNL. It's in the EFNL in complete control at the moment. They've got this one just about wrapped up, you would feel, unless an absolute calamity absolutely happens in this final quarter. And the YJFL come from the clouds. Umpire holds the ball aloft to signify the start of this final term, and we are away. Good hit out. It went straight down to McGowan there that time. Umpire gets down low and says that's holding the ball. And it's a free kick to McCullough. And he gives it off to that man in Shrook. Oh, gee, that's a strong mark as well. A few party tricks starting to come out from a EFNL perspective. There's Salopek again towards goal. His teammate back with the flight of the ball, not able to take the mark. Stays in the field of play, mind you. Now they bring it back inboard. Salopek was the intended target, but it didn't quite get to him. And now the YJFL can try and come away with it through Collard. He got a hand to the football, couldn't hang on to it. And now it's a ball up again. So the football comes clear. And that'll be another stoppage you'll find, and it is. So the football there just falls between two rucks there, and the umpire finds a free kick for a hold, or there's a block from the contest there. They get it to half forward here, the YJFL, and they do deserve to get on the scoreboard early in this quarter for their effort. Ball to half forward. That was really nicely done. They could possibly raffle it off here. Ball just has to sit, sort of does. They got a wheel around, need a mark here. They got multiple players here. They're in the goal square and snapping and just missing there is the 52, which is not on my list. Might have been 42, should have been. I think it was Cal Thorpe. Through for a behind. 3-6 plays 11-11. Here's Georgievich. He's got Salopek. And he goes down the line. Good to have the footy right in front of us here. Here's Nichols. He's had a good night. 3 sausage rolls for him. You can see it just up in his jumper, the wind blowing across it. Collard. Looked for the switch and found Bond, but Bond's kick backwards was a little bit advantageous, but works out okay for them. They're still able to go up the line here. Demetrio for Calthorpe. And he's been done for holding the ball there. So just tried to do a little bit too much there. And sold himself up the river there. So Easton have it just in front of their interchange bench on the outer side. And there's been quite a crowd out there this evening, watching these two games transpire. So their next interleague game will be next Saturday on the 8th, and they play on the King's birthday holiday as well on the 10th. Busy period of time coming up when you're playing footy. Doesn't stop when you're playing interleague as well as your club, really. And this one has fallen in the lap here. And we got another set shot on goal here. And it'll be taken by... Just try to make out his number. He's just turned his back the wrong time for me, but I've got him now. Take the full 30. So we've already ticked over 4 minutes gone here in this final term. This is for Easton's 12th goal of the contest. Kick is on the way. Wasn't a bad kick. got to the face of goal. Stays in the field of play momentarily, and then it is rushed over for a behind, and they go to 11-12-78, the Eastern Football League, and the YJFL are 3-6-24. Nearly 5 minutes gone here in the last quarter. Ball across goal now. Good kick. Nice mark taken by Demetriou, who gives a handball off. Down the line now, it's a foot race. Good little shepherd provided there by Djordjevic. McCulloch, inside forward 50, wanted Brown. Stays in the field of play. Salopek got around two would-be tacklers, gave it back to Brown, who tried to kick inboard. His kick was more or less ricocheting off a hand. Ball down the line, comes back towards this broadcast spot area. Djordjevic is just annoying McGowan there as he got a little handball to space. Djordjevic tries to spin himself through a couple of would-be tacklers. He got through one but didn't get through the second, and it was well done, and it's a free kick. Now the ball goes out in front of Calthorpe. He's in a bit of trouble because he's got Rojic in co for company. Little handball just went straight up and down in the air by Kilpatrick. They're still going after this footy here, that's for sure. Now it's a handball to space right in front of us here. And Eastern will come away with it again. Schrook kicks it down the line. Opportunity here for Healy to get the football. He did. He might even get his own footy here. And he does. Handball over the top. They're still running it at it. Here's Schrook. Finish it off, son. Kick is on the way. Oh, that's the play. That's just about play of the night. Oh, apologies. He's missed, has he? No. No, it was a goal. It was... No, hang on. It looked like a goal. It looked like he swung it back enough. It was... Yeah, celebrated enough, and he has, in fact, kicked the goal, Schrook. So, you just had the feeling when he had the football there, he was going to finish it off there. And he did, and it's 12-12-84 now, the Eastern Football League, and the YJFL are 3-6-24, and we've done 7 minutes in the final term. That's a classy kick from Baxter Schrook. It's a good name to say too, Schrook. Ball back in the middle, margin stands at an even 10 goals. And they clear again through McCulloch, who goes to half forward. Spinning himself out of trouble there was Healy. We got a ball up. So a little while to go. Players will try and run this one out, but they'll be running on fumes soon enough. A few sets of hands on this one here. Now YJFL clear to the outer side. They'll run towards it. Trying to get hands to it. De Stefanis once again. Chance for Easton again on that other outer side. Numbers here set up well for YJFL, but they just can't get it past halfway, it feels like, at the moment. But now they will. They'll go inside forward 50. No one there to mark. Noonan was by himself. Free kick for a hold. Going to that man again in Healy. Down the line. That's how they'll keep doing it. Just controlling this football. Run as much time as they can off the clock and chip it away, you could say. Zammit on the far outer side now. That helmet stands out, so that's helpful. His kick down the line's good. He'll get it back, Zammit, and go for a little burst. He'll kick inside forward 50 now. That's going to bounce, but it bounces on the tip, so it doesn't do any favours, really. That's a high ball. A few players will go back with the flight of this one. And the umpire's found a free kick. Fair enough as well. And this is Ben Nichols. He's going back for a look at number 4 once again. Very busy night for Ben Nichols. He's looking for number 4, as I've said. 3-1 tonight. He's on his approach now. The wind blowing across his body. His kick is on the way, and oh boy, he has missed the whole lot there, and it's gone up onto that little hill behind the goals there. So YJFL out of defence. Kick it to Ted Fraser. Fraser looks to switch play. Oh, then he changes his mind and goes back the other way, and he's coughed up the footy. So Zamet to the pocket. Couldn't find anyone with his kick on the full there, but still they control the football. It's a high one to the edge of the 50. Should ricochet back inside. Good attack on the ball there that time by D. Stephanus. And now YJFL come again with it off the edge of the centre square and get it up the corridor now and push it towards forward 50. But there's just no one back there. They're playing kick to kick. And the mark was taken there by Rojic there that time. Shrook. That is a lovely kick from Shrook. Oh my God, that's on a platter there for Brown. Brown plays on. Handball's over the top. Now it's with Marcus. He kicks to the pocket. No one able to mark there, but a nice pick up on the half volley and a good centering ball. And the mark has been taken here by the 45, I believe that is. 42, might be Charlie Cruz. He'll go back and have a look for his first. As we've played over half of this quarter. Kick is on the way. It was from Murphy Quinn. And he's kicked it behind. So he's kicked 1-2 on the evening now. And it's 12-13-85 playing 3-6-24. They've coughed it up on the kick out, have the YJFL, but the kick around the body wasn't successful and they can run away with it and bring it down the broadcast side. But look at these, just Eastern numbers back here. Corey Amu down the line, ball fisted away. Opportunity to grab it by Thiel, couldn't hang on to it. Little handball back up and inboard. Mastromano now with the football. They link up nicely. Opportunity here for McCullough. McCullough over the top to Zamet. Zamet goes inside forward 50. And looks like he's just a little bit sore there. Heath Thiel. Looks like he was holding his wrist. And in the meantime, we've got a kick across the face. Yeah, it does certainly look like he's labouring a little bit there. Thiel, just out in front of us with something to might have hurt his shoulder maybe. Anyway, ball out of defence, hands to it there that time. Mastromano there that time. Deep in attack again are the Eastern Football League. Can they get another goal here? Yep, they sure can. Simple as that. And that one, just trying to work that out who's that's come off. And they go to 13-13-91 in the meantime. Might have been Ben Nichols. We'll go with that. 13-14-92, correction to 3-6-24. Tick under 6.5 minutes to go here in the final quarter, and they've added on another couple of goals in this quarter as the final curtain call isn't too far away from this one. Quinn kicks it out very wide to the outer side. This is going to work for Eastern once again. Maybe the ton starting to be put into the back of their mind. Can we bring it up? But not for the time being. The YJFL have numbers and they stream up the middle. But another intercept mark. It's just been the story of the night. They sort of fall over at half forward and give the footy up. Mastromano has the footy. And he has found Rawchik, who kicks down the line. Oh, an intercept mark for an intercept mark there. Good take there that time by Cal Thorpe, and now it's come undone. Zammit again over the top. Intelligent little fist forward, but Fairchild ran onto the football and grabbed possession. Here's another go and another goal. No, it has hit the post. Looked like it hit the net behind the goals. So Healy's hit the post. And it's 13-15-93, playing 3-6-24. And we'll sound the final 5-minute warning here at Ford Park tonight. Here's McGowan. McGowan to half forward. Now here's a chance. Goes through the waiting hands there. Did quite nicely to regain composure. Egan. He gave it off to Flanagan, who kicked it into his opponent. I think it was a big Falcon. Yeah, that's a good tackle. It'll be held in. So 4 minutes and change to go. Good leap there that time by Armu there that time. Got it out of the ruck. And Easton clear. Pressed. They switch it wide to the outer side, where they can build once again from here. Down the line. No one able to take the mark there, but it comes off hands down to ground level. Now look at this little burst of pace from Zammit once again. He's taken a bounce. He's taken 2 bounces. Kicks to the top of the square. It's a 1-on-1, and it's fallen in the lap. And the mark has been taken here by Zane Adams. He's yet to kick a goal tonight, but you would think with this kick he should here. And to take him to 14-15-99, he's a left footer. And he slotted it through his Adams. And gets himself involved on the party here with his first. The Eastern Football League go to 14-15-99. And the YJFL are 3-6-24. And we've got a little under 3 minutes to go here in the final term. (666). Just a warning there against Easton there that time. Seen something else here. Just a few more seconds off the clock. And a free kick going to Yarra Junior as well. So they've been good on it tonight. You give them a warning and then you give them a free kick for any other time they do it. But it is a funny rule, especially in junior football, if you ask me. Is that an opportunity for a little bit of a reward? It is. For Yarra Junior. And it's a nice goal there. Looked like it was kicked by Ted Fraser. Must have snuck down forward. We'll go with that. 4-6-30 YJFL. Eastern Football Netball League are 14-15-99. With a little over a minute left in this one, it's a 69-point lead to the lads from the East, and they'll go home very happy tonight. A few sore bodies tomorrow, maybe just take a day off school. It is a Thursday tomorrow, one day before Friday. Ball back in the middle. Free kick found for a hold. So can Yarra Junior get one more flood forward and kick another one? They get it to half forward. Goes through the hands there. That time of Kravic, who's kicked one tonight. Eastern clear, but they might give it up. No, they won't. Not for the time being. Might ricochet back inside forward 50. But the contest will ensue over this one. And it'll be a ball up again with 20 seconds to go. There's been a lot of great cricketers stranded on 99. And it looks like Eastern might just get their score stuck on 99 tonight as well. Flanagan gave a little handball off, didn't find a target particularly. Only team that can score something else here are Yarra Junior, but I think the siren's going to beat them. Siren's about to sound here. And at full time, it's Yarra Junior. They finish 4-6-30. And Eastern finish up on 14-15-99 and win by 69 points. The goal kickers for both sides, how I had it, 1 to Fraser, Bond, Johnson and Kravick for Yarra Junior. While for the Eastern Football Netball League, 4 to Nichols, 2 to Zammit, 1 to Thiel, 1 to Quinn, Woodcock and Adams, and 2 to Salopek and Shrook. That just about wraps things up here from Ford Park. What a night it was here for junior interleague football. Still plenty to come over the next week or so. They play again on the 8th and the 10th of June, which is the King's birthday weekend. Nearly said the Queen. But until then, enjoy the rest of your week ahead. It was the Eastern boys squaring the ledger at 1 game apiece after tonight. They were too good, winning by 69 points. Stay safe over the weekend and enjoy your footy. And until we see you for their next lot of games in Interleague Weekend Round 2, we'll see you then.